Beautiful people, we are back with another video. Welcome. Today I wanted to go over something. This is going to be a little bit heavy. Prepare yourself. But I think it is something that is very important, and so here we are today. The more I read into successful people, like the really successful people, the more I'm coming to the realization that you just need to take a leap of faith. I say this because the thing that you want to do, you will 110% put more into it than if you were doing anything for anyone else. No? Some people just want a paycheck, and some people genuinely want to feel like what they're doing at work matters. Both of them are fine. It just comes down to what you want for yourself. But I urge you, imagine loving what you do on a daily basis. Imagine getting paid handsomely to do what you love. Or even if not, because here's the thing. Even if you don't get paid amazingly, you'll still be getting paid to do something that you love. I cannot tell you how many people I have met who don't get paid amazing $1 million, like some six-figure salary plus. I say six-figure because that's more common these days, but like they don't get paid some massive salary, but they genuinely love what they do for work. And so they're thriving. They're loving life because they do what genuinely makes them feel fulfilled inside. As someone that has done what I was supposed to do for other people for over a decade, I can solemnly say it just didn't scratch the itch. I was miserable. I had a six-figure salary. I had the luxury to be able to live alone. More than just live alone, I had the luxury to live alone and be in kind of a nice area. I had the job. I had the car. I had my own place. I had no kids, like the whole package. And yet I was still miserable. I mean, like, I would crave a drink every other night, and I kept myself to every other night because I didn't want to become an alcoholic. Like that's what level I was at. And I thought that was normal. I thought it was just normal because that's what everyone else around me was doing. At least I don't know about the drinking part, but I do know that's the kind, like every day that I went to work and all the people that I spoke to, it didn't seem like they all were interested in what they were doing. It was far more common that you walk into work and you ask someone like, hey, what's going on? And they're like, I just want to go home. I'm ready to go home. And it's like 7 a.m. We just got there and they're ready to go home. Like that. I guarantee someone who's watching this is feeling what I'm talking about. I spent 2 to 3 years in that space. Mind you, every other, if not every third week, I was having a quarter life crisis. Like, what am I doing here? What am I actually doing? I did the thing. I made it. I did it. I went to college, I graduated, I got the job, I have the salary, I live alone, all these things. So why do I feel like this? I came to the conclusion, at some point in life, you have to sit beside yourself and really think about what matters to you. You can distract yourself with social media, TV shows, video games, girls, or guys, these things. Bars, drinks, outings, the list goes on. But at the end of the day, when you're at home alone and you turn off the lights, that's when it sets in. I feel like no one really actually talks about this. And I feel like they should. I am 10 times more happy now than I was back then. And I have not seen a dime yet. Like it's not like I solved all the problems and I'm telling you guys all like how to get to where I am. I'm just saying I am making steps towards where I want to be in life. And I already feel better than when I was back there doing the things that I was. I don't claim to know all the answers. I'm merely stating my findings over the past years in my own behavior. Do you think you'd be better company if you loved what you were doing every day? Do you think you'd be so easily toppled emotionally by like any one-off thing? Someone cuts you off in traffic or you spilled your favorite food for lunch. I don't know. If you enjoyed your day job or whatever your schedule was. I don't think you would. Work for me. I truly believe that you owe it to those around you, and most importantly, yourself. Like the most important, because everyone else is going to do what they're going to do, but you owe it to you to push for what you want in life. Because no one else is going to push for you, and no one's coming to save you. When I had that realization that no one was coming to save me, that's kind of when I snapped out of it and I was like, shoot, well then what do I want to do? And you need to ask yourself that. And the way you find the thing that you want to do is this question, I never understood it because I always thought it was a whole bunch of bull. the question of, if money didn't matter, what would you do on a daily basis? Because you can't do nothing. You can't. And I never understood it, because I was like, the thing that I wanted to do was just play video games all day, or talk to people, or blah, 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 whatever it was. Anything that you are good at, you can monetize. You just need to find the way that you can monetize doing the thing that you love yourself. That's it. And I urge you to continue searching until you find that thing, or the how. You probably already know what the what is. If you haven't, drop it in a comment, and I can tell you how I came across mine, because that was a big problem for me for a while. I say all this because I genuinely believe that if everyone was doing what they, honest to God, loved on a daily basis for work and got paid for it and was able to do all the things that they wanted to do, we as a whole would be better off for it. Plain and simple. So I just wanted to kind of bring that to your attention. If you haven't had that sit down by yourself, this in some people is definitely going to trigger an existential crisis. It did in me the first time I thought about it. In fact, the first 20 times I thought about it. But if you take the time to actually work through these emotions, they're not going to go away. It's just a hard conversation that you haven't had yet. So have the conversation, get it over with. So this is day 8. Thank you for tuning in once again, and leave a comment, a like. I'll see you tomorrow.